There is one thing that I despise. An uncolored deck. And there is more to the secret of that. There seems to be a range of people that think the whole world revolves around a simplicity. But there's one thing that they've never got a chance to really do. It's simple, though, and in the slightest of people, but there is something a little bit awry, and yet I couldn't say those things about those people, because they are here to bring upon themselves destruction. I realize there's a simple pin. We have a reservoir. His name J.R. George. George is probably one of our most into pimping this person. He knows the reason why we have these rules. It is the fact that when I opened the pack, there was something I didn't realize. But what kind of figures are we talking about? We're talking about 2. So we put 2 on the paper. 2,187 million pounds. I didn't want that. What I wanted was a simple card. It would have told you. It would have let you know that I was serious. But I was worthy of 2 cards. That was the reason why I had to take you out. But there can be so many other people out there that could take 2 cards and turn it into something of a matter. That could be the queen. A queen of 2 4s. You never see 4 queens. That is why I have searched the deck so meticulously and so authentically that I have the sense of 4 queens in my pocket. And that yet, if I was to pull all 4 queens out, you would see 4 queens. Spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. But what do each of these have in common? Well, my fair compadre, I would have you know that they all have one thing in common. No matter how different they are, no matter what change they preserve, no matter what kind of people you believe them to be, they each have a face. A double-sided face that is so interesting. They always turn out to be the same amount of people. Now, we can chat, we can chit-chat, we can acknowledge the fact that we have a rarity upon ourselves. We have a continuing. But I would be wrong to let you know that entity One card, one wet cigarette. And yet, we can exchange ideas. We can let them know that something is amiss. No, but something of old times had yet been set. Let them know that in the real world, there are two kinds of people. Those who choose to die at the hands of a monger, or those who choose to die at the hands of someone a little less, shall we say, misfortunate. I want them to know that they have every right to be extinguished. They have every right to be disacknowledged, dismembered, crafted as poor fellows of the trade. They can either be destroyed, chosen under destruction, or I can pay them their money and we can be gone with it.
Yeah. What?
I don't want them to feel like they have an obligation. I don't want them feeling like they have to force me into something that I'm not used to.
Kay wants to see a dog.
I don't want them feeling like something is enhanced. And I certainly don't want them to come into my bar and ask me, how were you able to accomplish something so unfairly? How can it be so hard to live in a world where no one wants to be alive? You want me to believe in a world of non-existence. I don't want to be the man who lives his life not knowing his next move. But there are 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there are 4 people. You see, the concept of 4 was never the concept of 4. It was the concept of 2s before it became a 4. You had to add 4 into something. And yet there was something destroyed. Something nocturnal. Something different. When I felt like there was something different in the Fools, I brought the boss to the bar and I asked him a simple question. Who believes that I will die? And who believes that I will live? 2 people answer the same conclusion. You will either die nor live. You will become immortal. And I felt like maybe I'd given myself more of a chance. And in that instance, there was a simple charm. A charm. This card is a key to two men that we want to destroy. Two men, not one man, but two men that we want to destroy. There is something in your mind that I wanted to extract, and yet I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, or I didn't want to do it. So, how much money will it take? I believe it will take the whole scratcher. We'll leave the full card on the table, like so, and we'll keep these cards registered as their own. We'll keep them under constant surveillance.
Don't leave that on my hair.
And I'll give you 4 mysterious cards. Anything out of this deck, anything, you can choose. You have the power to choose something. But your choice will only be represented in one, not 2, but 1 chance. So what do we say to the people who have no authority? Another on the round, sir. Thank you. I pay my own bills, master. You want to put on the account another 200? That will leave us with a 6.7 M. I don't want you feeling like I'm going out of my way to screw you. I'm not. But if I was to screw you, there's a reason why I did it. It was because I had a choice. I was so enhanced by your character that when I had a chance to destroy you, I wasn't there for it.
Stop. Look at me.
And yet, you failed me, mister. Good evening. Good evening. Did you make him wish he was dead? No? Go, Sophia. Tell me, master, is there something I was missing? I felt like there was something I was encouraged to do, and yet I failed to do it. I felt like I was intoned or enhanced to destroy somebody. Was that you? It wasn't. it's peculiar to see this reason. It's so strange to see why. I don't know. It is strange to see a person who wants freedom but can't afford it. I was in the mall today and I came across a particular item. I wanted you to have it. It was a simple card. It was a deck of cards. But there was one card that really interested me. It was this card. You see, it's the Four of Clubs. And I asked myself, there must be a reason why, and there must be a reason how you can get to 4. See, everybody says 4 is 4 in and of itself. 4 was never 4. 4 was never made into 4 before there were 2s. Because you see, mathematically, there has to be 2 2s to make it a 4. 4 has never been 4. It has always been correlated to 2. And then we get 4. 2 2s makes 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 plus 2 is 4. Which gives us an amount of numbers that are incredibly amazing. We could go on and on about how people lie, cheat, steal, and are motivated by a false entity. But we are not that person, are we?
So my friend's cousin texted
We are not the person that we want to be. So, when I studied for my exam, they told me that I had a 2.7% chance of failing. I went to Mr. Barker and I told him, look, here's the situation. I don't want you feeling like there's a reason why I can't be dependent. Or if there's a reason why I can't be trusted. And the reason I couldn't be trusted was because I had so much invested into that exam that they knew there was no chance I was going to fail. And did you fail? No. I did not fail. That is what interests me the most. I never ever failed. So that is why 4 has changed my life. You see, this card has a power. It's called the Lucky Card. Isn't that quite something? And when you have the Lucky Card, you will always have a 2.7% chance of success. Ladies and gentlemen, the Four of Clubs.